What's going on, guys? It's your boy DragonYGO, and today I have my Sky Striker combo and test hand video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this first combo I'm going to show you guys is the most basic Sky Striker combo out there. Sky Striker players know this combo, but on the off chance that you don't know this combo, you've never played the deck before, this is all going to seem brand new to you. So what you're going to need is your Area 0 and your Ray. So you're going to activate Area 0, and then you're going to normal summon your Ray. You're going to activate the effect of Area 0 targeting your Ray while activating Ray's effect to Link Summon. So how it's going to go, you're going to use the effect of Ray to Link Summon, and let's say for example you're going to go into a Hayate, and then Area 0's effect is going to resolve, letting you excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and then allowing you to add one of your revealed Sky Striker cards from your deck to your hand and shuffling the rest back into your deck. Super easy, super simple. And then you can go on with the rest of your turn. Another basic combo you can do, let's say you're going second and you have Ray. You're going to normal summon your Ray, then you're going to link it away into your Hayate, then you're going to enter battle, attacking directly with Hayate, if your opponent has monsters on board, activating its effect when you dealt damage to dump one of your Sky Striker spells or cards to the graveyard. Let's say you're going to dump Engage, right? Then you're going to end your battle phase, main phase 2, link into Kagari's effect to get your card that you dumped back to your hand. Then you could activate it, do whatever you need to do. And then when you end your turn, just link into Shizuku, and then Shizuku in the end phase is going to search your card. So that's usually how you want to go into your links. You want to go into Hayate, then Kagari, and end on Shizuku. Hayate, Kagari, then Shizuku. Now let's get into some test hands. We're going to do a quick power shuffle. And so our opening hand is going to be Fusion Destiny, Ray, another Ray, Ash, and a Widow Anchor. So we don't have an ideal hand, but it's not completely terrible either. I want to see at least 2 of my hand traps in my opening hand, and we drew 2 Rays, which is a little bit bricky because we only need 1 to get into our link plays, but hey, we're going first and we're going to play through. So what we're going to do is normal summon one of our Rays, and let me get my field center. Just so that. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna link away our Ray into Shizuku because it's our first turn, so we can't attack with Hayate and use this effect. So we're just gonna search on the end phase with our Shizuku. Then we're gonna activate the Fusion Destiny and gonna send our materials from our deck to the grave, Dasher and Celestial. And then we're going to summon our DPE. And so now we can set the Widow Anchor for our opponent's turn. End phase, we get to search with Shizuku. And more often than not, you're going to search for your Engage, because Engage is busted. We all know. And so come our opponent's turn, we have the interruption with Ash. We also have the interruption with DPE popping itself and one of their cards. And after he pops himself and goes to the grave, our Widow Anchor is live for that extra interruption. So pretty easy, pretty simple. So let's go ahead and power shuffle for our next test hand. So our hand is going to be 1 Ash, 1 Fusion Destiny, 1 Nibiru, 1 Chalice, and 1 Called by the Grave. So we have no Ray or no Rose in our opening hand, which is not good, but at least we have the Called by the Grave for interruption. We have Ash, we have Nibiru, we have Forbidden Chalice. We're not in the best spot, but let's see what we can do. We're gonna go ahead and activate that Fusion Destiny, right? And we're gonna send the Celestial and the Dasher. And sometimes this is just how, you know, things happen. You're not going to get the best hands every time, right? So right here you have the Destroyer Phoenix, and then we can go ahead and set the Forbidden Chalice. And we can also set that Call by the Grave too, because we never know what our opponent has to use against us, right? So on their turn we have the Interruption with DPE. We also have the Nibiru for those combo heavy decks, and we also have Ash for Interruption. Not the best, not the worst either, just somewhere in between. So let's do one last test hand for you guys. So our hand is going to be Multi-Roll, Engage, Area 0, Fusion Destiny, and Infinite Impermanence. Okay, so let's get it. First, we're going to activate our Multi-Roll, and if you don't know what Multi-Roll does, it does two things. It can prevent your Sky Striker spells from being negated, and even better, you can get Sky Striker spells from your grave and set them to your field up to the number of times you activated a Sky Striker spell. So yeah, pretty resourceful, and that's why it's limited to 1. Then we're going to go ahead and activate our Mobilize Engage, and I'm going to get a dice just so we could track how many Sky Striker spells we played. Engage. And then we're going to search for our Ray, because Ray is Bay. Add Ray to our hand. And we're going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Cool. And so now there's one counter. We're going to go ahead and activate our Area 0. That's going to put the counter to 2. We're going to normal summon Ray. We're going to activate Area 0, targeting Ray, and then activating Ray's effect to link off itself. And we're going to link into our Kagari. Effect of Area 0 resolves, and we're going to excavate the top 3 cards of our deck. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, and we excavated a Widow Anchor, so I'm going to add the Widow Anchor to my hand. And then shuffle these 2 back into the deck. Then Kagari's effect resolves, and we're going to add that Mobilize Engage back to our hand. Then we're going to activate Engage again. Get that counter up there. And this time we're going to search for... Actually, another Widow Anchor doesn't sound so bad. I'll search another Widow Anchor because we love getting those interruptions on our opponents. Our opponents, for the most part, are playing, you know, combo heavy decks to try to OTK you, so we really want to get those interruptions, right? So now we're going to link away our Kagari into Shizuku so we can get that search at the end phase, because once we activate Fusion Destiny, we can't summon any more of our Sky Striker monsters, right? So let's go ahead and activate the Fusion Destiny now. And then we're going to send our materials, Celestial and Dasher. And get the DPE. And then we can set our Widow Anchor for that interruption on our opponent's turn. We have another Widow Anchor for another interruption. And we also have that Infinite Impermanence for more monster negation. And now, end phase, we're going to resolve our Multi-Roll, and we're going to get that Mobilize Engage back to our hand. Well, not to our hand, but we get to set it back to our field. And then Shizuku's going to resolve, and it's going to let us add a Striker spell from our deck to our hand. And let's go ahead and get... I don't know. Shark Cannon's good. Hornet Drones is good too. I'm gonna get the Hornet Drones just in case they're able to out my Shizuku and my Ray Engrave. I want to have a monster in hand, or at least be able to get the token so I could go into my link plays again next turn. And so yeah, a lot of disruptions, and yeah, I'm hoping this would be enough to keep our opponent at bay. So there you have it, guys. A quick test hand and combo video for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the power that this deck has, and that, you know, it's a solid tier 2 deck that could go head to head with the current meta. You know, it might not top a YCS or regional, but hey, it could still win you at your locals. So that's all I gotta say, and like I always say, play the deck that you like and not the deck that everybody else is playing. I'll see you guys in the next one.